Okay, stop for a minute.
Yep.
Okay, now just turn. You can stop, put it back at the top, and then you just turn it off. I guess I don't. Is that how you do it?
Yep.
Okay. Now I can tell you know the tune. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now here's this stuff right here. Now what I'm gonna tell you now has absolutely nothing to do with music, but it's got something to do with leverage.
Okay.
When you play, your both feet should be on the ground.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
now
what was I doing? Was I?
Well, one was like you were crossing, like
okay.
like one foot was crossing the other.
Okay.
Okay. So, and then so when you stand up to play, it's the same. You know.
Okay.
Okay. Now, there's a reason for that in a way that's more than just because when you play, I think you're supposed to feel the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's better for you to feel stability because on a subconscious level, it's got something. It has a way of conveying a certain stableness.
That makes sense.
Like if I were to have you play the saxophone, and I had some like in the movies, had some stuff strung up where that you were like 5 feet in the air.
Oh man.
You know,
or on a medicine ball or something.
And playing, right?
Yeah. All right.
You would find, yes, I can play, but something ain't right with that. You need the earth, the floor, and see that's why.
All right.
So, and then the feet being a certain way is like, it's almost like in a state of readiness. So, because you're telling yourself psychologically to be in a state of readiness, meaning anything, I'm ready for anything. And so for your whole body, consciously or unconsciously, having that vibe of readiness means that it's got something to do with influencing your attitude, a certain aggressiveness up here, because you're getting, I need to acquire. So it's a form of war.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, intellectual, it's a form of war, for lack of a better word, just to make the point. Yeah, because you are accessing some stuff that's fighting against you. Everything is fighting against you. The horn is fighting you.
Rhythm section, yeah.
The rhythm section, your own self.
Chord changes.
Yeah, the chord changes.
Yeah.
Everything is saying no. And you're saying yeah. Okay, so that's war.
Yeah, that's
right. All right. Okay,
right.
so it's some psychological stuff. Okay.
All right.
Now the other thing is this. Yeah. This is why it's important for you to feel the floor, because there's just a slight tendency for you to be a little on top of the beat.
Yeah.
For the beat, for you not to totally be in the square, in the middle of the quarter note. This you must do.
Okay.
And you can do it better because you feel the time. You know what I mean? And that's where you get it. Because otherwise, it's free floating, like the beat. And see, it's not free floating. It's an exact bam. Okay. So a thousandth of a second early or late is the difference between jumping off the ledge and you missed it by a thousandth of an inch, but you missed it.
Got it.
So that's important. So how you do it is become very much aware of the time. See, because it's almost to get what you're talking about. It's really the bottom up, not top down.
Okay.
So it's almost the most basic aspects of what you're doing is to be satisfied before anything higher. So that means all this stuff, time is like the more stable that is, the better the creative stuff is, because the brain will say to you, oh, you're really steady, huh? Oh, so that's what it is. Okay, now I'm going to do according to what that is, since you're going to be like that. And then so I'm going to work for the higher function of this stuff better, because I know the lock is there. But then see, this is what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's very important. So there's a lot of ways you can do it. You can slightly pat your foot if you want.
Okay.
And I usually tell people to maybe do that. Not much. You don't need to be like too physical, because then it takes away from the horn. But to have a physical manifestation outward manifestation of where you're feeling the time. The greatest players I've ever seen in my life, they're doing something with their body that's letting you know that this is how they're feeling a quarter note. And it might not be a bunch of jumping around, but they're doing something.
Okay.
Well, that's the reason for that. It's nothing to do with show and looking. It means that there's a body intelligence connected to what they're doing.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that is it's more than just the intellect and the precordial cortex involved in this. It's a whole body involvement. So when you play, it's not a matter of I'm thinking the note and that's why I'm getting the note. It's I'm thinking the note, but I'm feeling the note too.
Right.
So there is an intelligence, a body that's emotionally connected to the note, not just an intellectual decision. This is the difference between a player that sounds like a robot, doing everything correct, playing the horn really good, but it's almost robotish. It's because the human thing is not there.
Okay.
Now, some people can't discern the difference. You know, you can fool a lot of people with that, but you can't fool a person who knows the difference. Okay.